I am going to share my number one secret that will get your perfect client's attention every time with your marketing. So, before we dive in today's live, and welcome everyone. It's so great to see you. Please drop in the comments if you're live or in replay. Say hello or hashtag replay. I'd love to see who's here. I have some really exciting news. Next week, that's December 5th and 7th. It's coming up, it's around the corner. Our Messaging Mastery for Seven Figure Impact Workshop is happening. It is short, sweet, power punched. It's 3 short 90-minute sessions, and it's absolutely free. And during these sessions, I am going to show you how messaging can 3 times, 4 times, even 10 times your profit, your growth with powerful messaging. These steps are game changers. I'm going to actually walk you through step by step the strategies that I use with every client I work with, including myself and many other corporate clients in the past. And we will have a workbook, Q&A, and live coaching. It's going to be pretty amazing. This is the last free workshop we're doing for the year, and probably the last 3-day workshop we're doing. So you'll want to grab this. It's going to be amazing. All you have to do is write the word growth in the comments, and we will get you a free registration for this workshop. So can't wait to do this with you guys. So again, I would love to see who's here with me. Say hello in the comments. It's always fun to see who's with me, and I meant to pull up my phone so I could see the comments on Facebook. We are live streaming to 5 different platforms today, so we will get back to you with any questions that you have. You can always drop questions. So let's get to that number one secret that will attract your perfect client's attention every time. So think about how we are as humans. This is all about psychology. When we think about effective marketing, I want you to really think so much deeper than the latest tactic, trick, or gimmickry, okay? This is really all about the fact that your marketing is all about your clients. It's all about your audience. It's not about you at all. You're just the delivery mechanism. You're the storyteller. You're all those things. But it's not about you at all. And this is the most common thing I see when I see content out there and people tell me, God, it's just not working. I can look at your content and immediately see what some issues are. And it's usually a messaging problem. And that's why we're doing this Messaging Mastery Workshop. I'm going to show you the pitfalls and how to correct them. Okay, so definitely join us for that. But your marketing isn't about you at all. It's really all about your audience and how you help them solve their problems and transform their desires. What usually happens is we get really self-absorbed in the stuff either we want to sell in our nifty, cool process, and we get all in the weeds on that, and then nobody knows what the heck we're saying. There's so many things I see that really we start talking way down the rabbit hole of stuff where they don't care, and we're not grabbing them at all. So we've got to come up to meet them where they're at. We've got to start asking this question every time we create any kind of content marketing whatsoever. What is in it for them? And I want you to get personal. Like if your ideal client is a woman, a specific type of person that does specific things, that has different viewpoints, lives her life in a certain way, I need you to really understand where she's at in life and honestly what she needs today. What does she need right now? If we can get to that place of, I need this right now, oh my gosh, like here's my credit card, I need it now. We talked about this on a call yesterday and had a huge breakthrough. It was so cool. But when we get that kind of clarity, and I'm going to admit, this kind of clarity really does help with reflection, okay? And other people reflecting back and pulling this together so that we're not talking to what I call belly button conversation. We're just talking to ourselves about all the stuff we want. When we're really creating content because we know and understand our audience so well and we stay there with them, it changes the outcome. It creates content where they're like, is she reading my mind right now? And then if we have offers that are that highly irresistible because we're really right there with our messaging and what they're wanting today, what they care about. It sounds really simple, right? This is the foundational root of impactful marketing that will never change. So think about this. All content is serving what you've identified as your perfect client. That means your perfect clients aren't everyone, obviously. They're specific clients. For small businesses, you should have one ideal specific client. The larger businesses you get, the more you can segment your audience. So I'm talking to right now, well, I'm probably talking to a lot of people, but I'm specifically honing in on service providers, experts, and creatives. You guys have small businesses that can have huge impacts and can literally shift your messaging so that you're able to grow not just past 6 figures, multi-6 figures, 7 figures, however far you want to go. You have to have these messaging mastery steps in place to have that kind of growth. So we actually do a very simple form of market research in our House of Impact program for this. Because again, we have to start with them. And then we have to align it with what I call is your zone of genius, your X factor. We need to make sure that you are differentiated from the marketplace because there are thousands of people, at least, sometimes millions, that do what you do or very similar. And to your audience, maybe they can't even discern or figure out what the difference is. And if you're talking way down the rabbit hole of your process, they don't give a flip about that. They care about the thing they want, and they use the languaging they use. That's what they're looking for. So we have to do this foundational work first before we ever start going, oh, what reel should I put out? What carousel should I do? What email marketing campaign? All that stuff's great. But if you don't have this foundational work first, you are not going to get results. You're going to be one of those people saying, oh my God, it's not working. I don't know. I'm only getting referrals. My marketing is not working. If you do all of these things, it's a game changer. My clients will tell me, I got a client from a post. I got a client that said this. I am booking these calls from my content prospecting, and I'm converting like crazy. And it's not like, oh, empty promise, bullshittery, pardon my French. This is foundational marketing. This is foundational. Let's get to the root of what's so amazing about what you do, who you really love working with, and what's in it for them. And when we align that, it's growth. Growth happens. We see incredible growth when we use this with our clients. We've seen growth 100 times over, from like barely doing things, getting clients, to I'm so full with my one-on-one client roster, I can't take any more clients. I need to move to a group program now in a matter of months. So that's what can happen. So if you're listening to this and you're like, okay, who wants to dive deeper into understanding your clients so your messaging is landing like that? Just write clients in the comments. So your content really needs to inform, inspire. We've heard this, right? Okay, we don't add value. Well, what does that mean? Well, there's a difference between what we value and what we think is valuable as the ones creating it than what your audience is actually valuing. There's a gap there that I see time and time again. Again, this is all aligning that, filling in the gap, which is, yes, you guessed it, we're going to cover this in our messaging mastery. And I have this really cool title, and I meant to put it up for you. So real quick, here it is. I have to play. This is such a big deal because we're not going to do this again. I want you guys to come to this. It's the last free online workshop we're doing, and we go all out for this. There's no BS and fluffering. This is the real stuff. I'm really going to show you the strategies over three short sessions. So again, write growth in the comments. I wanted to make sure you saw my fancy banner because I forgot to put that up there. So moving forward, we're going to keep talking about my one secret. My one secret, it's all about them. It's not about you. And we hear that, and it's like, okay, well, Deb, what does that mean? And this is what I'm breaking down for you today. So not only should your content need to inform and like that provide value. Value is when you're talking about things they actually care about. So that means you actually have to know what they want to hear about from you. So yeah, we need to do some market research, and not just once a year, a couple times a year. We have a system for that. Super simple. And this is where we get into the offer. Whatever it is that you're offering, whether that's a program, one-on-one coaching, we have a lot of creatives, a lot of artists. I want them to be so emotionally motivated where you're tapping right into the very thing that they actually want, the stuff that keeps them up at night, the stuff that they know they want more in their life, where when they see your content, over and over again, consistently, because they're going through their own journey, they're feeling like when they see it, I need this right now. There's a trigger that's going to go off because you're meeting them where they're at, and they're like, that's what I want. That's what I need. Like, how fast can I give you my credit card if you can help me get that thing right now? So you have to know what that thing right now is. And so I audit posts all the time on social media, on different platforms. And this method, by the way, works on any platform. I'm multi-streaming to 3 right now. To LinkedIn. Hi, LinkedIn. We're just starting up on LinkedIn again, kind of getting a little bit more traction on there. So hello. And on Facebook in 3 different places today. And also on YouTube. So I would do Instagram if we could. Instagram makes it a little tricky. But here's the thing. All content, all posts. When I audit content, I'm looking for specific things. I'm looking for passion, emotion, storytelling. I'm looking for you personal brands. I want to feel like I actually get to know you as a human. I'm looking, and that's that overused authentic voice, but I really am. I'm looking, so can I trust this person and really feel like they're not just BSing me and just selling and hawking their stuff? Nobody wants that. Social media has changed that. We're relating with people. We're not talking at them. The other thing is, I want to know what they do. Sometimes I can't even tell. It's unclear. It's all over the frickin' place. They do 10 things. This is the opportunity for you to be a specialist, to be known for one thing. And I get some people saying, yeah, but I do 5 things, I'm like, I'm sure you do. But I want you to be known for one. And then you can grow into those other areas. It's important. That's how you become known. The other thing is we get into the offer. Again, I want that offer to be, oh my gosh, take my money. I need this today. If we haven't gotten that clarity, it's not going to be a must-have. It's going to be like, oh, that's nice. Yeah, maybe I'll heart it, scroll. That's not stopping traffic. That's not allowing you to really stand out and really, really reach your audience in a way that you're not currently. And I want that for you because you can do it. So I also need to know, like I said, what the heck you do and how is that going to change my life in some way? What's the benefit? These are such basic things, but I see this over and over again. I can't even see the benefit of working with you, or what am I actually getting here? So every single post, every single email, every single piece of content needs to run through this key filter, the secret. What's in it for her? Your ideal client. not everybody. What's in it for her? How do I want her to feel? What do I want her to believe? How can I help her take that next step? And what is it that she actually desires now, today? There's so much opportunity just sitting right in front of you. So much. And when we get this clarified and you're able to know what to post and to clearly meet your audience where they're at, growth happens. That is just how it works. So I'll give you some examples. I saw some posts recently, as I'm always looking, and they were similar. They were offering a similar thing. They were two posts. One was they're both offering a retreat. Okay. They both got very different results as far as engagement, what you could see was happening on the post. So the first post didn't get much engagement at all, and I know why. This was the headline. Join my Inner Goddess retreat in Miami this January. It's going to be epic. Okay, what's wrong with this post? What's in it for me, the audience? I don't know. Do I even want to be an inner goddess? Maybe there's some people that's what they want. It's a little nebulous, what I call it's mushy. What the hell does that mean? I want to be an inner goddess. I don't even know what that means. Epic. It's going to be epic. Woo, so excited about this. I get it. That's energy. Energy's great. But you're going to be so excited. It's going to be epic. Everybody says that. So, okay. It's like, oh, inner goddess, something epic. Okay, cool. Scroll. I'm being harsh there because I see this over and over again. We are not being clear enough on what is in it for her. What's the benefit? The real benefit, the stuff she actually cares about now, right now, where if you could help her get there, she'd be like, take it. This could change my life. Take it. I want this now. You have to get that clear. And we have to position it in a way that you can own that over and over again, that you are known for that. There's a lot of people saying this inner goddess thing, by the way. So moving along, I saw another one. I'm like, okay, now we're talking. And I changed some of the facts, whatever, because I'm not going to call anyone out who did this. But here's another post that is much more, is getting much more engagement. So the other post that I saw said, learn how to recession-proof your coaching business in a room of A-level players at my Miami retreat. This person was talking specifically to coaches. Coaches, learn how to recession-proof your coaching business in a room of A-level players at my Miami retreat. Okay, so now I see several things that are specifically speaking to a certain type of audience. They're speaking to an audience that might be concerned about the recession kind of coming and going and whatever's happening in the news, like what's going on with the economy. A-level players. These are people that are rising and growing and they want to be with the big guns. Two things an experienced coach desires. So do you see how the second post, the second offer is actually speaking to actual benefits and desires? And their brand is much more positioned in that way. It's very consistently talking about these things. So my clients in my House of Impact program know everything we do and create is for our perfect clients. It's not for us. In fact, that really helped me get over my own fear of public speaking, which I really did have, because I'm just delivering a message. It's not about me. It's not about Debbie. This isn't the Debbie show. This is me helping you create a one-of-a-kind, powerful brand, unlike any other, that is able to attract ideal clients repeatedly in a really authentic way where you're actually building relationships. I'm just helping you get there. It's not about me. It's about you. So that changes things. It really does. It shifts it for me and it shifts it for my clients. So that's how one of our clients, Kate, when she first came to me first of all, she is one of those, like many, I have two different things I do. I'm like, well, we're going to focus on one. Not saying you can't do the second, but you've got to put more energy into one thing if you are a solopreneur starting out. You just can't be 5 different things and knock it out of the park. You've got to start with one thing. Where's the most potential? What excites you the most? I mean, these are the kind of the foundational steps we need to get in order to create this powerful messaging, powerful brand. And I'll break this down in more detail during the workshop next week. But she literally went from, once in a while I get a client on the side for the side deal, to it being her complete business as a coach. And I mean, I think she said her growth was something insane, like 368%, basically to the point that she was completely booked. So again, this is the difference between our messaging is serving versus selling. I'm not saying we don't have call to actions. Of course we do. But it's such a hell yes offer. It's like, well, yeah, I want that now. It's what you've been talking about. I want it. It's all aligned to that. So the key to creating content that serves your audience is not just asking for the sale, and does require you to have a really deep knowledge of what you have determined to be your ideal perfect client that you love working with, that get the biggest results from you, and that's aligned to your brand's core values and your purpose. We talk about all that. So here's another example of what doesn't work. I also have a lot of creatives. And this particular artist, again, I'm not going to say who it was. I just saw a post out there. She posted several images of her art and said, "My Rainforest Wild series really inspires me. Each layer reveals another surprise." That's nice. It's great. And here's the thing. Every artist out there, if they're even talking about their art, which a lot of times they aren't, they just post an image and then it's like a catalog, slap the title and the price on it, which is not going to get any engagement. But in this case, this artist is talking about her Rainforest Wild series. It really inspires her. And each layer reveals another surprise. So first of all, that post is all about her. And it's as common. I'm not shaming. This is what people do if they don't understand marketing. And there's so much power into shifting that into it's really all about our audience. And the layers revealing another surprise, it's actually a really common thing that artists say. So we have to get out of the cliche into something that what makes you unique and different, because I know there is something. And it's about you and your stories. So again, what's in it for her perfect client? Someone that's maybe passionate about the rainforest. How can she incite more storytelling with that? That's just a very top level example. We have another client, Joyce, who does this with her art and her content. In fact, she was one of those who was like, I think I'm going to throw in the towel and like not even do this anymore as an artist. I think I'm done. To, in 1 year of working with us, having a multi-6-figure year, which is really astonishing for a fine artist. So she rallies her content around trees. She didn't start there. She really discovered her purpose and meaning and what her brand is all about. And she encourages all of us to, what she came up with, which I love, be more tree, with very beautiful and thought-provoking content that features her artwork in conjunction with the forest and the trees and her storytelling. This is so resonating with our audience. So the point is, the number one secret to getting your perfect client's attention is to create content that serves them versus either posting like an advertisement, which does not work on social media. We're not here to look at a bunch of ads. We're building connections with humans. And, or the opposite is I see content where you're just people are repeatedly just asking for the sale. Again, that's another form of advertising. Straight up just advertising, and that sense, that very direct marketing way, it doesn't work. It's just, it's a snooze fest for your audience. They're just going to swipe by it. So again, we need to know our audience so well as we know ourselves. And your own brand, what does it stand for? And how can we really rally a tribe around your purpose, around what you believe, around your heart and soul and your dreams and your vision? Because people actually care. They actually want to know you. And it builds connection, which is really cool. It builds an online community, which is powerful. So if you're looking at this and going, okay, I want that, how do I do that? That's what we're doing next week. That's what we're doing next week in the Messaging Mastery for 7-Figure Impact 3-part workshop. This is something you do not want to miss. How often are you going to get an invite to something this specific that can have 5 to 10 times the growth? I've seen even higher. It depends on where you're at. And all you have to do to get a free invite, that's my gift to you, is to write growth in the comments, and we will make sure that you have an invite to join us. And invite your friends. If you have service providers, experts, coaches, artists, creatives, and they need to get their message out in the world in a way that their people can find them and are like, I want you, versus getting lost in the noise, frustrated, and thinking about giving up. Because, hey, all of these people I'm talking about, you guys are change makers. You guys are the ones that actually are making a beautiful difference in the world, and I want you to get your message out. So let's do it. Write growth in the comments to join us. We start next Tuesday. We're going all in. It's going to be amazing. We have entrepreneurs joining us from around the world, and it's very high touch. We're all together on Zoom. I can't wait for this. So it's going to be great. I can't wait to see you guys there. In the meantime, it will be at a little bit of a time change because I go live every Wednesday, but it will be next Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 12 p.m. Central. So I want you to get this on your calendar, and I want to make sure you get the invite so that you can join us on Zoom. You'll have an opportunity to ask questions. You'll have a workbook where you will work through your own steps so that you can have clear messaging as well. This is going to be so fun. So come join us. And until then, I will see you soon. I hope everyone has a lovely Wednesday, and I can't wait to see you next Tuesday. Bye, everybody.